So this year,
Yes, ma'am.
19th August 2025 is Aja Ekadashi. This Ekadashi falls in the Krishna Paksham, in the month of Bhadrapad. And this Aja Ekadashi is also called as Annada Ekadashi. And especially if you see, now when we say Bhadrapada, it is for Uttara Bharatam. Uttara Bharatam, it is Bhadrapada for all. If you say in Madhya Bharatam also, it is still the Shravana Masam that is there. The significance of this Ekadashi, on this Ekadashi, Rama is worshipped along with Sita, that especially Lakshmi Narayana are worshipped together. And one more significance of this Ekadashi is, now the significance of Ekadashi or the story of Ekadashi as such, how Ekadashi, not only this Ekadashi, in general, how this Vrata started in, the detailed procedure comes in the Narada Puranam. Further, there are few other Puranas also that talk about the significance of various Ekadashis. Ekadashi, how she came about, that comes in the Padma Purana. So Yudhishthira, in an instance, he asks Bhagavan Krishna to tell him about the significance of this Aja Ekadashi, the Ekadashi that falls in the Krishna Paksham. That's when Bhagavan tells that on this day both Lakshmi Narayana are to be worshipped together, and the story that is there behind this Ekadashi goes in the lineage of Rama only. King Harishchandra, as most of us know, was ruling over Ayodhya then, and he was known for his truthfulness, Satyam. One fine day what happens is, in order to test him, Vishwamitra comes there, and Harishchandra has a dream the previous night that he had given donated his entire kingdom to sage Vishwamitra also. And likewise, the next day Vishwamitra comes to the kingdom and tells that, and asks Harishchandra, saying that yesterday you saw a dream in which you have donated your entire kingdom to me. Why don't you do this in reality? Harishchandra was known for his nature of truthfulness, and that too when the Guru was chanting, he tells, yes, I will hand over the entire kingdom to you. Now when I say the entire kingdom, that also wherein his own family, his wife's son, everyone had to be given away. And now all this was due to the karma of his previous life. That's the reason he had to undergo all this. So along with the kingdom, Harishchandra also had to give away his wife. Taramati was the name of his wife, and his son was Rohitashva. So all three of them went in, and that's when Harishchandra further, now because he had sold everything, he did not have anything with him, and that's when he had to sell himself to a Chandala. Now this Chandala, or you can consider a person who used to do all the rituals that are to be done in the Smashana Bhumi, in a cremation ground also. So whenever a person dies also, there are certain rituals which had to be done. So the Smashana Bhumi, whatever work you had to do, maybe putting the chitta, removing it and so on. So such things Harishchandra had to do. That also was the karma of his previous deeds. He ended up doing that, but still he did not abandon his duties. Whatever was given to him, he was doing that. But as years went by, he started suffering. Every day doing this work that is there was little which was troubling him. But that day what happens is, sage, one fine day, he did this for many years also, he did this. That's when one fine day Gautama Rishi, he comes and he feels very bad looking at Harishchandra, such a great king, had to do such things at the Smashana Bhumi. That's when Gautama, he tells this king to follow this Ekadashi Vrata, that is the Aja Ekadashi Vrata. And saying so, he tells that all your sins that are there will go away, you will be free from your karma, due to which you have to do all such things. And after saying so, it seems that sage Gautama goes away. King Harishchandra also, he follows the instructions that's told by Gautama, he observes this Ekadashi Vratam. However, this time what happens is, while he was doing this, his son Rohitashva was bit by a snake, it seems, and the son ended up dying. At that time what happens is, the son Rohitashva was living along with his wife Taramati, that is Harishchandra's wife. So both mother and son were living together. As soon as the son dies, the queen comes there with the dead body of her son to this cremation ground only, where Harishchandra was doing all that work. And Harishchandra here became very sorrowful, but as it was his job, it seems that he was truthful, he had to follow what he was doing. So like he used to ask from everyone else, it seems that he ended up asking his queen also the fees that are there. So there's some money also you have to pay every time for doing all those rituals. He ended up asking that to his queen also. She didn't have anything to offer. She tore a piece from her sari and gave it to Harishchandra. Both of them were very much sad because they had to do this, but at that time what happened is musical instruments also played, flowers were being showered from Swarga, and Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, all other gods come there, give darshana to Harishchandra, saying that even in these tough times also you did not give up on your duty, let it be for his own wife or son. Still Harishchandra stuck to his duties that were there, and that's when it seems that the son also was brought back to life. He got back his kingdom, their royal robes, jewelry, ornaments, whatever they had. And thus, this after doing this Ekadashi Vrata also, Harishchandra along with his family, later they go to Swargalokam. So, this was what was told by Krishna to Yudhishthira, wherein he tells that this is the impact of observing this Aja Ekadashi Vrata. So, this story of Harishchandra is the significance of this Ekadashi, Aja Ekadashi, or Annada Ekadashi, that is there. Moreover, why it is called Annada Ekadashi is usually sesame seeds. Still seeds are offered to the Lord and some kind of Annadana is being done. And moreover, here also a lamp out of ghee lamp is lighted for the Lord. So that is this Aja Ekadashi Vrata. Moreover, the Gita, Vishnu Sahasranama, such shlokas are also chanted on this auspicious occasion. So, especially on the next day, that is there, for on the day of Ekadashi you have Vrata, right? So when we say Annadanam needs to be done, it is done on the next day, that is on the Dwadashi Vrata. Now the significance of this Aja Ekadashi in detail is explained in the Brahma Vaivarta Puranam also. So how Raja Harishchandra, by following all this Vrata, he brought back his dead son also to life. And moreover, if you see, when we also observe this Vrata, you can also light a ghee lamp, that is there, chant Vishnu Sahasranama, chant the Gita and so on. So that's how this Aja Ekadashi is being observed tomorrow. And the benefits of this is equal to doing an Ashwamedha Yagam too.